Hey friends, it's Chaya. I am so excited to share with you today, as promised, secret number one from my brand new ebook, Chaya's Little Black Book of Homeschooling Secrets, How to Blend Your Child's Education with Your Occupation During a Global Isolation. So here's the scoop. This ebook is jam-packed with 19 secrets of exactly how to flip the switch and transform your life, give your entire family an upgrade from surviving to thriving in a homeschool situation while you are working from home. Now, I know many of you are entrepreneurs like me and you have worked from home for years, but adding the element of kids to the situation is a whole new ballgame. And then we have a brand new group of folks who are not accustomed to working from home. So you're now working from home and homeschooling your kids, and it is just full out chaos. So we are in this together. We are going to work through some of these situations together. And every day for the next 19 days, I'm going to come on here in less than 10 minutes each day. I am going to share with you an elaborated version of each one of the secrets. So I'm not just going to read the book to you because you're quite capable of doing that for yourself, but I'm going to give you some bonus material that is not included in the ebook in relation to each individual secret. Okay, so the first secret in Homeschooling Secrets, Black Book of Homeschooling Secrets, the first secret is prepare yourself for the journey. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm a big believer that everything in life happens for a reason. We don't always know why it's happening. It's almost like you walk into the middle of a movie theater and you see one scene smack from the middle of the movie. You don't know what happened in the beginning. You don't know the backstory. You don't know why everything is happening the way it is. And you have absolutely no idea how it's going to play out in the end. So all you're seeing is one scene. You don't know why. All you've got to do is scramble and get caught up. And that's kind of where most of humanity is holding right now. We are all scrambling to figure out what's going on and what do we do about it. So how does this relate to homeschooling? Well, you've got a couple of options right now. I am also a big believer that life is only 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond. So that's what we all have to stop and think about right now. I read a book once, and it was a consulting book. It was talking about taking ownership for your end results. And it was all about the end game. And in this book, it said, you become responsible to information only once you are aware of it. So but before you're aware of something, there's no way you can be responsible for it, okay? But once you learn the new data, then you become responsible for what you do with it. So that's where all of us are right now. We have got this big, hairy, crazy, messy thing called homeschooling that was thrown in our lap. And every single one of us now has a decision to make. We are now responsible for what we're going to do about our situation. So we're going to talk about this more in the coming days, but right now we have to decide, do we want to just cope through the next couple of months or longer? We honestly don't know. We're all praying that it's going to be a surprise ending and it's going to finish very quickly and we're all going to be able to go back to our lives. But that doesn't look like the reality for right now. So while we're all buckling in for the next couple of months or longer, we have a decision to make as the leader of our household, the leader of our family. We have to decide, what do we want this moment in time to become? Do we just want to cope, where everyone is just surviving and doing their best to get by, and we all go through it like a terminal disease? God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. And please understand, I do not even for one moment want to undermine the harsh reality and the tragedy that this is for many, many people around the world. Okay, but we have to decide, what do we want our experience to be? Do I want to be miserable? Do I want to be chasing my tail? Do I want to be barely keeping up? Do I want to be angry at my kids? Do I want to become a perpetual day drinker just to get through the situation? Do I want my kids to be cranky at each other? Do I want them to be angry at me? Do I want us to all, hate each other by the end of this because we're climbing the walls and we're all going crazy and we have not figured out how to properly cope? Okay? Or do I want to develop the necessary coping skills? And perhaps do I want to even do more than that? Do I want to move from surviving to thriving? Do I want to take this disaster? Do I want to take this stumbling block and perhaps turn it into a stepping stone for my family? Do I really believe that we can turn this situation of frenetic frenzy into perhaps our finest hour? You see, there is a law of human nature, a law of psychology that it is physically impossible to outperform your beliefs. You physically cannot outperform your belief system. Why not? Because the way that the subconscious mind works is it works to move you away from pain and move you toward pleasure. So if you don't believe something is possible, then your subconscious mind is not going to actually allow you to go in pursuit of that thing because it doesn't want you to experience failure. So in an effort to protect you from failure and from experiencing the pain of failure, your subconscious will not allow you to pursue something that you do not believe is possible. So let's take, for example, the famous story of Roger Bannister and the 4-minute mile. So for thousands upon thousands of years, a 4-minute mile was deemed impossible. People didn't try, they just knew it wasn't possible. So then what happened? Come along in the 1950s, I believe, if I'm correct, somewhere around there, Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile. And what did he do? He broke more than just breaking a physical record. He broke belief barriers of everyone around the world. And shortly thereafter, eons of people went on to break the 4-minute mile because then they believed it was possible. So it wasn't a matter of physical nature or biology preventing it from happening. It was a matter of belief systems preventing it from happening. So my question for you right now that all of us have to dig deep and think about is, what do we believe is possible during this homeschooling season? Do we believe that it can become the best thing that ever happened for our family? Do we believe that we can move from surviving to thriving? Do we believe that we have what it takes to educate our kids, to rock it at work, and still maintain our sanity? All of these things are only dependent on whether or not we believe it is possible. As the old saying goes, if your mind can achieve it, if your mind can conceive it, you can achieve it. I believe in you. I know it's possible. I've seen it in my own life. So I don't just believe, I know. I know that it's possible, and I know that we don't have a magic formula. We have just secrets of the trade that we've been able to work out across the course of the past decade, and I am excited to share them all freely with you. So, secret number 1 today is prepare yourself for the journey. Decide what it is that you want to make happen. Don't settle for scarcity. Don't settle for just barely surviving. Decide if you want to make this an awesome, amazing, unbelievable, incredible season for your family. And if you decide to do that, we will do it together. I'm here with you. You're not going to be forced to figure it out alone. We're going to rock it together every single day. So if you haven't had a chance yet to check out the book, just go to diggingdeepercoaching.com for your free copy. And I'll meet you on the flip side tomorrow for secret number 2. Bye for now, everybody. Have an awesome day.